Welcome to the campus of Loyola Blakefield for last year's championship rematch between your Loyola Dons and the Gilman Greyhounds. With me today is Aiden Sachs. Aiden, say hi.
Hello, everyone.
And as your main commentator, I'm Thomas McNulty. We're glad to have you here watching this great game. Should be a lively game between the two power rivals of the MIAA. Aiden?
Should be a good game. It's a rematch from the last year championship, so it's going to be pretty close.
Looking at the Gilman Greyhounds, they sure passed the eye test, very long and rangy. But the Dons, what they make up in their lack of size, they make up in speed and strategy. They're anchored by their two captains who are also seniors, Nick Cummins and Ethan Cohen. For the Gilman Greyhounds, they are fashioned by multiple seniors, a much older team compared to Loyola Blakefield. Many people that were on the members of the squad that reached the championship game last year. And so in conclusion, we're getting ready for the game to start, and it should be a lively one. Eckel misses the pass there by his teammate, number 14, Nick Cummins, and the Gilman Greyhounds will serve for a third time. Carmen Dijon Domenico really officiating this game quite well. Something I always like to watch. Isabong Ada goes up for the powerful slam. Sadly is defended by really a great wall there by the Gilman team. Gilman is up to serve for the fourth time. Really interesting time of possession versus serves. We'll keep an eye on that and keep you people at home informed. Number 15 up to serve again. He's 4 for 4, a perfect 4 for 4 at that. Mr. Nick Cummins with a powerful strike for the Loyola Dons, and Loyola will serve for the first time in the past 5 serves, and really the team is ecstatic. So is the Loyola student section, which I'm sure are watching at home with vigor. Loyola serves. That would be Mr. Josh Eckel. Eckel, only a junior, but played on varsity last year. Very talented young man. He also plays varsity tennis, and he's made it as a freshman. I would say the young man has a bright future. Gilman up to serve. Mr. Eckel again with the beautiful pass to his teammate. Gilman scrambling to find the ball here. It looks like they would have the advantage. This is a libero. Libero out of position, but still able to get the ball. Folks, this doesn't get much better. Number 6, Eckel to number 14, Cummins. Cummins with the slam dunk. Undefended by Gilman. The Dons retake their earlier momentum. Number 14, Nick Cummins up to serve. Again, one of those 3 seniors, one of those key seniors that are going to provide the way for those young guys. Mr. Cummins, in all his infinite wisdom, sadly hits the ball out of bounds, but no worry. I'm sure he will do wonderful things later in the game. Number 4, Mr. Lucas, he is a senior. He is up to serve. I believe his 3rd time at serving. Something, again, we're watching here, the game within the game. Little stoppage in play here between the far line judge and the scorer's table. There seems like there's some discrepancy in something. We will keep you posted. Number 4 up here to serve as the discrepancy is discrepanized. It is in. Number 7, Ethan Cohen, thought it was out, but it was in. And, you know, it's one of those things, right? With the line and the new gym, you getting used to it, Aiden? Aiden nods his head as we look for another Gilman serve by number 4, the senior, the captain. Loyola Blakefield challenges. Number 7, Ethan Cohen, have a little pent-up anger from that discrepancy. And he powers one past the Gilman Greyhounds. Number 9, Ty Hepting, signs into the game, replacing Mr. Isabong Ada. Isabong, a very promising and very talented player. He is a basketball player here at Loyola Blakefield. And not only that, he's a scholar in the classroom. And that's really what we love to see. little fake spike here, sending it to the far side to number 17, Charlie Guyton. We've called his name again. He's very tall, but he's still a junior, and he will power his way past the Dons. He will not be up to serve. Excuse me to all those watching. It would be, oh, we don't know who's serving. He will be subbed in and replaced by number 7. That's Michael Hemmicker. Michael up to serve. Very poised guy, as you can see how he really has the feel for that ball before the serve. Number 6, Josh Eckel sets up number 18, Chris Connor, but the Dons looked a little behind on that play, maybe a lapse in mental judgment. It happens to the best of us. The score 17-12 Gilman. But as we've seen, it's really been a roller coaster of leads, excuse me. Aiden?
Well, if Loyola hopes to win this, they better get their mojo back together.
It's true. Momentum is a big thing in the sport. And again, another error by the Dons. Number 13 hits it wide out to the parents. I'm sure the parents didn't love that. You know, medical bills, very costly. Number 4 up again to serve, Mr. Michael Hemmicker. Sets Ty Hepting up. Gilman defended it well. Ethan Cohen just to lob it back. A little possession play. Oh, the Gilman has 4 touches. Sadly cannot elect to get the ball over. The serve will be awarded to the Dons. The score is 18-14 here, and the game's just getting good. Again, just a little reminder, sets are till 25, so you have 25 to win, but if it is tied, you need 2 more than your opponent. Say it's 25-25, you would need 27 to win. Beck's here to serve. Number 7 here to number 8. Wow, with a powerful serve. Line drive, oh my. You see that things later in the Masters. Wow, what a powerful spike there by number 7. Number 8 up the serve, that would be Mr. Alex Garrison. Alex, very, very active in this first game. I've called his name a number of times. He serves right to Chris. Setting up Ty right in the middle. Ty spikes that, but sadly it is out. The refs are going to call that dilatory, and number 8 is back up to serve. Score here 20-13. The Gilman Greyhounds take a 7-point lead over the Dons. Number 8 here with the serve. It hits the net. They're scrambling. They're going to call it Gilman ball, Gilman point. It's really a dagger in this first game. Loyola's going to call a timeout. The Gilman Greyhounds are excruciatingly loud. Again, we are back up here in the booth. Aiden, what did you think from that first little possession?
Well, the Dons need to get their game together in order to win this set. And they're all especially sweaty with their masks on. So they're really working for it.
Yes, the masks are inhibitant, but the bigger inhibitant is COVID, which we are trying to stop. Both teams are at a timeout right now. I think it's a great time to mention one of our community sponsors. So at Loyola Blakefield, we have a Blue and Gold Community Partners program that lets Loyola couple with local businesses and communities. So our first sponsor is Loyola University Jesuit Community. They provide Jesuit assistance to local high schools in the Baltimore area. I see this firsthand every day when I walk into forensics class with Father Stegard. Shout out to Father Stegard. I know he is watching this. Nobody loves Loyola more than Father Stegard. And this is really emboldened by the Loyola University Jesuit community. So we thank them for just allowing this game to happen and this stream to happen, to bring it all to you at home. Gilman up here to serve. It is, again, number 8, Alex Garrison up to serve. He served many times and very active in this first game, may I say. Up to serve. He goes right up to the baseline with a big jump. Sadly cannot get it over the net. And the ball will be awarded to the Loyola Dons. Number 7, Ethan Cohen up to serve. Now, Aiden, as we all know, Ethan is a D1 athlete. If there's anyone to turn this game around, it would be Mr. Cohen. Mr. Cohen with the serve. Cannot get over the net. Little jitters, especially the tensions of last year's championship game. Still run rampant, I'm sure. But at present, there is a stoppage in play. Looks like a substitution. Yes, they're going to elect number 4 to replace number 10. Number 4, their awesome libero. Signing in is number 2. That would be Mr. Matt Liddell. Again, senior outside hitter. We've called his name a lot, and I think this will be a continuing trend. Number 2, Matt Liddell up to serve. Matt Liddell in the baseline, deep serve, barely clears the net. Josh Eckel again to return. Nick Cummins with a far hit out of right at the corner. Oh my. Young man, you have 50,000 volts of energy. Ride the lightning. Hefting up the serve. This might be the push the Dons need to claw their way back into this game, or set rather. Hefting up the serve, deep serve, going right into the heart of Gilman's defense. Number 8, Alex Garrison with the mighty strike there for the Gilman Greyhounds. They take a 23-15 lead. This might be it for the Dons, but as we all know, the Dons are resilient. We shall see. Little stoppage in play here. Number 15 up to serve. That would be Mr. Jake Tompkins up to serve again. Jake serving. Dons returning, setting up Mr. Nick Cummins with a powerful serve. And the ball is awarded to Loyola. Wow, what a turn of events there. I mean, this has been a roller coaster. Number 13, Charlie Kocher signs in for number 2, Bex. This is a very fun game to watch. Eckel with the serve. Dons with the return. Gilman with the return. Powerful strike there by the Gilman player. Number 7, Michael Hemmeker, again calling his name. Number 5 up to serve. That's Owen Holmgren. He is the captain of this Gilman team, and he is also a senior. He is their foremost premier outside hitter for Gilman. Up to serve. Big serve here. Josh Eckel beckoning the return. Little miscommunication there by Gilman, and the ball will be awarded to Loyola off a missed hit. The game is 24-17. Gilman only needs 1 point to win the set, but the Dons are determined. That is not going to go. Gilman does win this first set. Both teams will switch, or maybe they will not switch benches with COVID. Dons rally, and Gilman goes over there slapping and cheering. We are going here to break, and we'll see you in a little bit. Aiden, do you ever feel like your house is a little cluttered? There's just a lot of junk you got.
All the time.
See, with one of our corporate sponsors, 1-800-GOT-JUNK, you can get rid of that excess. We really don't need it. We're creatures of habit, I guess, but there are some things we just got to say goodbye to. And 1-800-GOT-JUNK is your man. It is a community partner with Loyola Blakefield, and they recycle things that can be recycled, and they throw away what needs to be thrown away. And sometimes that's a little hard. But your first step can be with 1-800-GOT-JUNK. We thank them for being a community partner, and we are looking back to this game, to the second game between Loyola and Gilman. Loyola looking to rebound off a little tense first set. Gilman looking to continue their veracity and overall dominance in this game. Aiden, any insightful tips?
Well, let's see if the Dons can pull out a lead here in this set.
All right. Man, a few words, but really, when he says something, it gets to the point. Aiden Sachs, everybody. Okay. Just having a little fun, little banter. Lovely banter. It looks like the Gilman Greyhounds are up to serve because they won the first set. We have not chosen who's going to be, or the Gilman has not chosen who they want to serve, but I'm sure it will be as good as the last. Gilman controlling the serves as so far. Loyola faulting and really some unforced turnovers, as they would say in football or basketball or any other sport for that matter. This seems like a lot of miscommunications between Don's players, Aiden.
Yes, they need to get their act together and have a lot of communication.
Number 8 for Gilman up to serve. That would be Alex Garrison. Wow. Talk about somebody we've called a lot today. He is really the focus of this team, and only a junior, looking to bring the Gilman Greyhounds in a new millennial in this volleyball opening season with a powerful strike. Gilman, oh, the ball's still alive. Oh, but it will be hit into the net by junior Robbie Kessling. Again, same old for the Dons. Let's hope they can rally here. Garrison up to serve again. Garrison taking no time, shining his shoes. Really important facet of the game. Make sure you have good grip. Up to serve. He serves. It is going to be out and unreturnable. Number 19, Robbie Kessling running after it. Throws the ball back down to Garrison. Garrison up for the third serve. Hounds up 2-0. Again, making sure the traction on the shoes are all good. And we are rolling here at Loyola Blakefield. Ooh, mighty serve. It's going to be right. It seems like he didn't know his strength on that one, but we've all been Supermen for Halloween. Did you have a lovely Halloween about a week ago, Mr. Sachs?
Yes, I did.
That's lovely. Mr. Eckel up to serve. Lobs one. It's shallow. The Hounds able to recover. Back to Robbie. Down to Coatrice. Gilman able to recover quite swiftly, may I add. Wow. Beautiful strike there by number 10. That would be Mr. John Cavanaugh, somebody we've called. It seems like we're saying a lot of players' names over and over. I guess we're finding out who the impact players are today.
Yes, indeed.
Aiden nods his head, thinking I am crazy, which I am. Number 9 up to serve. That's going to be Mr. William Whitstadt. Whitstadt serves. Loyola returns. Eckel to set. Cummins to... Oh, good return there by the Hounds, but won't be enough to get the ball in place. The ball will be rewarded to Loyola. The score is going to be 3-2. The Dons just in a 1-point deficit now. Number 14, as we've mentioned, if there's a man to do it, if there's a man with a plan, it is Nick Cummins, senior captain for the Dons. Deep serve into the heart of Gilman's defense. That ball is going to be in. It's off the tip, off the front blocker of Loyola. Really looking like Gilman's plays are coming together very nicely for him, wouldn't you say, Ed?
I agree.
Number 5 up here to serve, that would be Mr. Owen Holmgren, the captain. Number 6, Josh Eckel. Serving number 19, Robbie, that would be awarded to him. Not up in here, fat Jesus. Robbie powers the ball past the Gilman defense and in back to Loyola's hands. Mr. Jack Wendorf up to serve. Jack, just a junior, very proficient in volleyball, but lacrosse. He is a star defender here for the Dons. He gives a striking serve to the Hounds. Hounds return well with a beautiful strike, but number 19, Robbie Kesselring, there for the Dons. Number 4, Libero with a trick set there. Dons scrambling. Number 13, Charlie Kotrix just shuffles the ball over with a little nifty play. The Dons are scrambling. Number 14, Nick Cummins is able to get it off. That ball falls. Really a messy rally. Oh, Gilman cannot get the ball over the net. The Dons are going to be rewarded the ball again. If you don't think that's awesome, you need awesome lessons. We're tied up here at 4. I mean, could you wish for a better game, Aiden?
No, it's pretty exciting.
Jack up here to serve again. Again, the defensive star. He serves. Gilman covers. Number 15 with the set. Number 5 with the monstrous serve, but there was a blue wall, folks. And they hit it out. The ball will be awarded to Loyola. Loyola is up 5-4. Jack up to serve again. I believe the Dons' first time breaking 3 in a row for serving. Wow, just a game of runs here. I mean, couldn't ask for better in a MIA opener. Ball returned by Gilman. Masterful strike. Dons are going to run it down, but it's going to be running too far. I looked like a Usain Bolt 100-meter dash by 13 Kotrix trying to run after that ball. Man's an excellent sprinter. Number 5 up to serve for Gilman. That is going to be Owen Holmgren, the captain. Owen serves. Chris Connor sets 19 to Robbie Kesselring, but Kesselring hits it out by a country mile. And we are back here at the Gilman Greyhounds are up by 1, 6-5 here on LBSN. Gilman serves right into the heart of the defense by the Dons. Dons recover. Number 13, Kotrix hits. Number 13, Kotrix scores. Number 13, Kotrix scores a mighty block. Great Zeus's beard. That was a beautiful play there by Kotrix. Aiden nods. There's going to be a substitution. Beck's into the game. But this is a different Beck's. Number 3. Don't confuse them. They're very confusing. I don't really have it down. I've been going to school with them for 5 years. Beck serves. Gilman recovers. Mighty strike there by the Hounds. With a little discrepancy on about if he touched the net. Seems that he did not. Carmen D. John Domenico will recover the ball to the Hounds. Onlookers, very intense and embroiled in this game, as we all are. Number 4, right into the defense. It looks like it's going to be high. Hounds are able to capitalize. 8-6 Hounds. Number 4 up to serve again. Again, another multi-serve here by the Hounds. If the Dons have any chance, they're going to have to clean up this miscommunication. He lobs a serve right up there for number 19, Robbie Kesselring, a second-year varsity player. It's not going to be able to get that over the net. Excuse me. Again, third serve by number 4, the Libero. Carmen D. John Domenico in all his glory. Number 4 serves. A little scrambling here by the Loyola Dons. Ugana Okoronkwo, number 10, making his volleyball debut at Loyola on varsity and JV, puts the Dons in a good position here to call their way back into this set. Number 19, Robbie Kesselring, second-year varsity player, up here to serve. Hounds, not a great recovery, but the Dons are able to just get it by with a little push by Chris Connor. They run into a blue wall. It hits off the Gilman player, number 12, and it will be awarded back to the Loyola Dons. Score here 9-8. And folks, it's only warming up. Robbie Kesselring here with another serve, his second serve. Robbie serves, runs up to the line, pierces the Gilman defense. Oh my! Folks, what we just witnessed there was a power stroke in a diesel engine. That was a masterful strike there, Aiden.
The Greyhounds are on a roll.
Yeah, but the Dons will be rolling, I'm sure. And we can look to their senior leadership. Let's talk about them for a second. Mr. Ethan Cohen, a D1 prospect, is looking from on the bench, looking at his Dons, and really rallying. He is a consensus builder, folks. Back to the action. Gilman strikes, pierces the heart of Loyola. Chris Connor is not able to return. Folks, we got live action here for the Hounds. Hopefully your Dons can recover. I believe it's Mr. Garrison up to serve, but I could be wrong. I am. It's Mr. Michael Hemmecker. Eckel to Cummins. Folks, what we are wishing here is just players being players, man. Gilman's able to tap it over the net, but they do touch the net. A little discrepancy between the line judges. The point will be awarded to Gilman. Gilman takes a 4-point lead, 12-8. No timeouts taken yet this set. Very interesting. It seems that both teams seem that they think they're in control. Again, set too high. Eckel there to defend. Gilman stuttering. Gilman hits it out. The Dons will retain possession, or excuse me, they will change the Dons' possession. It's going to be 9-12 here for Gilman. Wendorf checks in, number 20, Jack, our defensive star that we mentioned earlier. Chris Connor here to serve, of the great Connor family. Number 7 to number 8. Striking down the line. Hit something our own Sam King would have done a couple of years ago. He's off at Ohio State. But it does not count. The ball will be handed back to the Loyola Dons. Chris Connor up again to serve, number 18, the libero. That is why he has that yellow jersey on. Gilman back. Powerful down the line serve. That was a straight man play, just wanting it more there by the Hounds. But there is a little discrepancy here at the setters table. It looks like Frank is having a hard time. The most notable change here by the Dons are their jersey. The JV spawning the jerseys that the Varsity wore last year during their championship run and championship game. That ball served there by number 2 will not be able to get over the net. The Dons will have possession. Mr. Bear strutting the floor, hyping his guys up. Number 3 lets him hanging. Finally gets him, though. Number 6 up to serve. That's Mr. Josh Eckel, the promising tennis star. Number 7 to serve. Number 2 to return. Right there in the abdomen. We all know that hurts. We've all been there. Not much to say here, folks. Gilman seeming to have the edge over Loyola at the moment. Only 14-11 game, though, so any bets so far is all off. A little change here in the server. That's going to be number 9 for Gilman. An excellent, outstanding player. William Whitstadt, as we mentioned earlier, just a junior, but yet one of Gilman's key players. That ball is sadly going to be out for Mr. Whitstadt, though. Loyola to serve. Number 14, Nick Cummins. Nick Cummins, really a premier player. Nick Cummins up here to serve. A little discrepancy between the line judges. Cummins to serve. Cummins serves. Gilman recovers. It's going to be set. Little fake set. Right to Connor. Great hands there by the parent. He hasn't lost it one bit since junior year dodgeball. I mean, wonderful catch there by the parent. I mean, SC top 10. Somebody call Omar. That's going to be on the House of Highlights. It looks like Gilman's going to retain the ball after a substitution. Number 15 up to serve. That would be another nifty player there for the Hounds. That is going to be Mr. Jake Tompkins. Jake, senior, definitely a leader of this team. Brings a wealth of knowledge about the game of volleyball. Dons to return, number 19. Robbie Kesselring tries some finagling, but the finagling doesn't work. And the Dons are going to have to dig down deep if they want to overcome this 4-point hole. 1 minute on the scoreboard. That is just denominating timeouts. Number 15 up to serve. Dons to return. Charlie Kocher is up here for the set. Charlie Pierce's defense rattling around. Just a push forward there by the Hounds. Chris Connor to return the ball back to Gilman. Number 7, their outside hitter. Wow. That was a beautiful strike down the line. Tiger Woods wished he had that drive and the ball carry that thing had in Augusta in just a few weeks, the Masters. Both teams heading towards their benches as Loyola calls a timeout. Time to tell you about our third sponsor of the day. It's going to be a local bank that is partnered with Loyola. It's going to be First National Bank, a really community bank that can makes you sleep at night, knowing that your money will be safe and secure. It's FDIC assured, with branches all over Maryland, especially in the Towson area, Howard counties, and Hartford. So visit www.fnmb/online.com for more. Aiden, what do you make of this recent downturn by the Dons?
Well, they called their timeouts. Let's see if they can focus and get their game back together.
Yeah, I would say so by the Dons. But as we all know, we have a couple consensus builders for the Dons. And if anybody would do it, it would be those builders. Sorry, a little phone went off in studio. We will be correcting that. We do apologize for folks at home. Number 15 up to serve. Dons to return. Number 19, Robbie Castling, second-year player. Gilman runs into a blue wall. Loyola will be up to serve. Number 10 checking into the game. Ugana Okoronkwo of the Okoronkwo family here at Loyola. His brother, a star football player up there in Amherst. Oko looking to follow in line. Back here to the action. The play is called dead of a substitution. It is rewarded to Loyola based on illegal substitution practices. Loyola will serve for a second time. Mr. Wendorf, the lacrosse star, is up to serve. Gilman recovers. Number 5 hits it, but number 5 is going to hit it like it's a home run derby. It's going to be wide out. That's Mr. Owen Holmgren. The ball discrepancy, if it hit off a Loyola player, Gilman thinks it does. The refs agree. Carmen D. John Domenico. It hits the ledge, giving it to number 5. Number 5 up to serve. Number 5 serves. It's going to be out. Another miscommunication for Gilman. Number 3, Bex, checks into the game for number 13. Let's see what the Dons can have going here with their first serve in a while. A little miscommunication here by Gilman. Dons are able to recover. Eckel running after it, making a valiant effort, but sadly it will not be enough. The ball will be awarded to Gilman. Number 4 will be up to serve their libero, Mr. Lucas Matagian. He is their captain, a senior, couple-year veteran. Really a good club volleyball player, too. And that's something to look out for if you're a fan of Maryland volleyball. The club affiliations these players have are top tier. Programs ran by Gilman's coach Diego and Mr. Bear as well. The Dons throw up a blue wall in order to get that point. The Dons totaling the 16 to Gilman's 19, 3-point deficit. Robbie Castling up to serve, an impact player, but we could have seen this. We could have foreseen this, right, Aiden?
Yes, maybe we'll see Loyola take the lead.
That would be nice. Gilman recovers to a magic strike. Number 14 with a valiant one-hand serve, but cannot get it over. Number 5 is not able to pierce the Loyola defense. Loyola retains the ball. Number 19 up to serve again. That's Mr. Robbie Kesselring. Robbie up to serve. Robbie serves. Gilman recovers. Number 15 cannot get it over. Again, another miscue by the Gilman Hounds. There must be something in the water Loyola provided because there are miscommunications all over the place. Robbie up to serve again. Only the second time the Dons have hit a third serve in a row. Gilman recovers. Gilman recovers masterfully. hits the ball right in the middle of an open space. Dons aren't there. Seemed a little out of position. And, you know, that's what happens, you know. If you're out of position, they capitalize on it. Nature of the game. Nature of life, really. But don't mean to get profound here on LBSN. Gilman to serve. Eckel to return. Little nifty play. He's stopped by the Hound wall. Hounds are building quite a nice building with all the walls they've thrown up today. Aiden shakes his head. Number 7 up to serve. Number 7 returns, hits the wall. And by that, I mean net. Cannot get it over. Number 19, or excuse me, number 18, Chris Connor, the libero, up to serve. I'm sure his brother Pat is watching up there in Philadelphia and St. Joe's University. Shout out to Pat. One of Loyola's finest products in the recent years. Gilman to return. Ball has a major hang time. Gilman cannot get it over. The game is tied at 21-21. Like a bad game of cards, we are in the thick of it, folks, and both teams elect to take a timeout. They head to the benches. Loyola ecstatic. Folks, I've said it once. I'll probably say it again. Does not get much better than this. JV players take the field. Just a little volley. They really are the future. JV volleyball won the championship last year. It's basically a pipeline to this great varsity team. Loyola JV volleyball has really capitalized on a market. And we owe a great deal of that to the club programs these players are attending as they come off the floor. Gilman and Loyola take the floor. Loyola up to serve. Chris Connor is going to take the ball back there on the baseline. He's going to get a feel of the ball. It's a nicely made ball if you ever held a volleyball. These are top quality balls. And Chris Connor up here to serve. Pounding it in the ground. It's going to leave a seismic reaction. With the Gilman with a little mid-air correction. But Loyola's going to send it back to Gilman, see what they have cooking up in the crock pot. Line judge, a little discrepancy. John D. Domenico giving the ball to Gilman. Very interesting call there, Aiden.
Oh, let's see if the Dons can take the lead for the first time.
Well, not likely here with 22-20. They would need a couple more points, but I agree with the sentiment. Number 2 up here to serve. That's going to be out by a country mile. That looks like me playing basketball. Air ball. Josh Eckel up here to serve. Not only is he masterful at tennis, he is masterful at this lovely game of volleyball. Folks, thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it here at LBSN. Eckel up to serve. Eckel serves. Gilman returns, parries. Number 10, mid-air correction is going to be enough to sneak past the Dons, 23-21. Number 4 subs out for number 9. Number 10 also subs out. Gilman seems to be rotating their players a lot more than Loyola. Might be a winning strategy that we need to adapt to. The best of 5 volleyball is Loyola is looking to turn this game on its head. Ethan Cohen sadly not going to be able to get that over the net. Hounds retain possession. Number 10 looking to have a fun time there on the bench. I'm sure it is a fun time for the players being able to play their sport in the time of COVID. As we all know, our hearts goes out to all the loved ones that will not be able to join us at Thanksgiving. But as we were talking, the Dons do retain possession, 22-24. Mr. Nick Cummins, senior captain, up to serve. Really masterful serve. If he does mess up, the Hounds will get the set. Cummins up to serve. Cummins, as we've all noticed, takes a deep serve. He's going to serve all the way back there from the baseline. Interesting strategic move there by Cummins. We'll have to interview him in the postgame. Hounds do win the point and the set. Hounds are up 2-0 over the Dons on the set. Oh, excuse me. I misspoke. 23-24 Dons. Again, folks, remember you have to win by 2. So if the Dons win this point, we will be going into some free extra volleyball. Oh, miscommunication there by Gilman, and the Dons are tied with the Hounds 24-24. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but we're warming up here, Aiden.
Yep, I feel like they're finally coming together as a team.
Yeah, I do too. This is like a pot of boiling water. Let's see if we can put the rigatoni in and make some beautiful Sunday gravy. Oh my. Very exciting. Number 5 with a power set. Oh my. Oh my. I'm not a man of few words, but that left me speechless. 25-24. Gilman serves. If they do get this point, they do win the set. Parents looking on. Very, very full. I mean, they must have got their coffee. Probably financed by our today's sponsors. The First National Bank, a local community branch. But the Dons do win the point. It is tied at 25. Folks, if you don't think this is awesome, you need awesome lessons. Jack Wendorf up to serve. Very crucial serve here by Jack. Let's see if he can pull through for the Dons. Jack serves. Jack clears the net, taking Gilman by surprise. Little hang time here by Gilman in the air. Number 19, Harabi, making the wise decision by just sending it over and having a possession shot. Gilman does hit it right down the line, right through Loyola's defense. 26-25, right here, LBS side. Gilman to serve. Loyola to return. That's out. The ball will be awarded by the line judges to Loyola, 26-26. Folks, I know you came here for a bargain, but right now you're getting free volleyball and nothing's better than that. How about that, Aiden?
Yep.
You're getting a real bargain. Real bargain. Like 1-800-GOT-JUNK will give you on your first call. Moving on back to the live action. It will be awarded to the Dons. The Dons will take control here, 27-26. 1 point needed by the Dons to win this set. They storm right back. It has been a roller coaster, folks, just tuning in. The Dons have been on an upturn, but now they seem to have capitalized on the momentum. Gilman struggling, but retains the serve. Oh my, this is a chess match. It goes back to 27. Oh my, this is a game of leads and a game of momentum, and right now we are tied. Folks, these two institutions value volleyball, and you can see why. Front and foremost, these teams is just determination to win. Serene Lantern said, willpower is everything. Number 19, Robbie Kesseling, that's going to bounce off a Gilman player, and the ball will go to Loyola. Just 1 point, folks. Again, must win by 2. Makes volleyball a very different sport other than, your traditional games of football, croquet, whatever you fancy on Sundays. Robbie up here to serve. Critical serve. No miscommunications by either side. He runs into a blue wall. Gilman is faltering. Gilman returns back to the Dons. Little nifty play. Ball still in the air. Hang time. Nick Cummins getting to return the ball back to Gilman. Number 15, far side hitter, runs into a blue wall. Oh, it's still up in the air. Oh my. Things are going awry, but Gilman returns it. Nice little possession spot. Number 15 gets back into. Nick Cummins hits it off at number 7. Loyola wins the set. We are tied 1-1, folks, and we have motion. Call this the Red Hot Chili Peppers because Californication, man, I am excited right now. Nick Cummins on that last play went to www.iwantaputmyteamonmyback.com. Oh my, Aiden, we just had a wonderful possession. Folks, we'll be going to a break. We'll be right back for this wonderful action. Hi, welcome back to the action here in the wonderful campus of Loyola Blakefield. The very green and very scenic campus, would you agree?
Yes, I do.
Well, we are tied 1-1 between the Hounds and Dons, a much anticipated volleyball opener. I'm sure both sides had a wonderful, passionate talk with their coaches at the break. Moving back to the action, Josh Eckel up to serve. Chris Connor giving me a nod. Chris Connor, the poster and toaster of this Loyola Blakefield unit. Not much to say other than wow. Eckel to serve, Gilman to return. It's in the ball. Wow, 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 wow. Beautiful serve there. Great Abe Lincoln's mullet, that was powerful. Number 7 here for Gilman to serve. Again, a big playmaker here for Gilman. Chris Connor to set, Loyola to return, Nick Cummins. Down there to number 15 to the libero, number 4. Out by Alex Garrison, runs into a blue wall. Oh my, folks. The Dons, I don't know what Mr. Bear said at halftime, but it must have been the truth. Nick Cummins is to serve. Cummins serves. Again, that deep serve, people. Wow. 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 The Dons. This must be a defensive stand or the Iron Curtain, because the Dons are not letting anything through. Not a lot of osmosis, you know, water going through, you know, cells. A little biology lesson. It's going to hit off a Dons player. It's going to be Gilman ball. Gilman up to serve. Again, serving prowess. Multi-serves are going to be Gilman's strong suit here. Alex Garrison up to serve. Again, this action has been enthralling. We're glad you're with us every step of the way. There's not enough thank yous to go around. Garrison to serve. Chris Connor, very flat return there, but that's okay. Robbie Kesselring is there, but sadly, they just do a little tappy tap. This is not the Nutcracker, folks, but this is volleyball. Garrison up to serve again. Garrison to serve. Chris Connor to return. Cohen just to lollipop that. If you're ever paid youth basketball, your coach has told you about the lollipop, the arc, the angle. Cohen does it there, but sadly, Gilman returns with the ball. Their third serve in a row. Again, something we've talked about. A game within the game, folks. It's really about strategy when you're in these upper levels of basketball. Serve will be out and awarded to the Dons. The Dons are in a deficit of 2 points, but Chris Connor up to serve. Chris Connor, I guess the marquee server of the Dons today, Aiden.
Yes, I think so too.
All right, Chris Connor up to serve. Now, as we know, it's best of 5, so we're 1-1 here, so we'll have to see how many games are played, but I'll tell you what, no matter how many games are played, LBSN will be right by your side, giving you breaking coverage of all things Loyola sports. Gilman wins the point, so they will be serving. It's number 2. He served multiple times. It's senior Matt Liddell up to serve. He gets back down there. Now, folks, for all of those who have not been in the forecourt as of late, or the newly renovated forecourt, I might add, it's very slippery back by the track portion of the gym. That's something to look out. It looks that we are getting good traction as far you could see. That's why some Gilman and Loyola players are making sure they still have traction on their shoes. There's a very practical reason for that, not just showboating. Riley DeCapity, number 1, up to serve. What he doesn't make up in, what he doesn't have in stature, he makes up by strategy and just sheer love for this game. The JV captain last year, leading them to a very convincing number 1 place in the MIA standings, as well as a championship. Up to serve. You know, Aiden, watching him serve is like watching Federer in his prime. There's just something magnificent about it. He's up to serve again. We shall see if he can produce the same results. Up to serve. Number 15 to return. Excuse me, number 14 to return. Gilman recovers, serves. Don's right there. Number 9, Ty Hefting to attack. Wow, wow. Both players meet at the net. John Domenico will reward the ball to Loyola. There's not enough O's and rip for that, people. It's just simply amazing what these guys can do with their body in the midair. Contortions I could never dream of. Riley again to serve. Something the Dons have been plagued by. No multi-serves. He gets up to 3. It looks like it will be out. No, it looks like it was going to be in. It's going to be Gilman ball. Score 6-6 here. We're knotted. Gilman elects to serve. It's going to be number 15, Jake Tompkins. Jake pierces the defense. Eccles sets to Hefting. Hefting puts that ball in no man's land. Call it Montana, because there wasn't many people there. Loyola serves again. It's no hocus pocus, people. People just need to focus. Busting rhymes. Like they're busting balls out there. Robbie Castling to serve. Loyola looks to return, but is not needed as Gilman hits it out. Multiple miscues. Gilman players appealing to the better judgment of the refs. As we can see, they're meeting at midcourt, having a lovely, I'm sure, civil conversation. Loyola up to return. Robbie Castling, second-year player. Just a junior, looking to lead this program into the future of the new millennia, folks. The millennia. Here to serve. Woohoo. Gilman, mighty return. Just not going to have enough on it. Will sadly not be able to return the ball. Gilman loses the serve yet again. Robbie Castling up to serve. I believe his 4th serve in a row as the Dons go up 9-6. LBSN here with you every step of the way. Gilman slams, dunks it. No, this is not Vince Carter. This is volleyball. Number 5 back there to serve. Owen Holmgren, the senior captain, to serve. Very crucial to get his team back in a momentum that favors the Hounds. Serves kind of just a okay serve, I guess. Oh my Lord. If you haven't seen Power, I offer you to go to an auto show and watch Nick Cummins serve and hit the ball. But sadly, the ball will be elected to go back to Gilman. Senior captain, number 5, will take the ball. He is spinning it. He is running. He is jumping. He is serving. That's going to be narrowly out, and that's going to be Loyola ball. Loyola really taking control of this 3rd set. Coach Bear, a man with the plan. He's not a politician because he's a straight shooter here, folks. Hefting to serve. Hefting, again, with that deep serve, must take after his taller counterparts. Gilman to return. Tries a nifty little finagle. Will not be able to get over the net. Aiden, what have we seen from the Dons that led them to this fast start that we haven't seen in other sets?
Well, it looks like they got in their groove, and now they're playing like a team.
I mean, nothing more fundamental than playing like a team, folks. Gilman to return. Again, it's going to be Gilman ball. Their first serve in a while. The Dons are up 11-9. Number 4, libero, Lucas Metiguan, the captain, the all-around leader of this team. Let's see if he can lead them past the Dons. Serving, returning by the Dons. Echo to set. 14, Cummins. Cummins, a lot of power, a lot of veracity, but not enough to get by the nasty, nasty block the Hounds just put up. Number 4 again, Mr. Libero to serve. Four to serve. Loyola to return. Eccles sets. Cummins. Oh, trying a tactic of softs rather than hard. We'll see if it works here for the Dons, but it does not. Gilman's going to retain control for, I believe, their 3rd serve in a row. Let's see if number 4, Mr. Libero, the captain, Lucas McGanahan, can put them ahead. Number 6, Echo to set. Back to Cummins. Wow. Their outside hitter's getting a lot of use. His shoulder might not feel good tomorrow. They might need him send back down to the bullpen. Their 5th serve in a row by Gilman. They seem, when they're able to set up the point, they're taking full advantage of it. We shall see. To serve. To return. Multiple hang time. Eckel. A lot of... Isabong Ada with the trickery. He looked like he was going to spike. All intentions there, folks. His eyes were there. But Gilman was caught window shopping, folks. He taps it lightly. It's going to go to no man's land. Eckel up here to serve. Gilman to return. Fake little spike. It's going to bump off a Loyola player. It's going to be awarded back to Gilman. Their 5th of the last 6 serves. Gilman to serve. I believe that's Mr. Garrison. It is not. It is number 7. Totally different player. I apologize to Mr. Garrison. That looks like it's going to be narrowly out hit by the Dons. Number 7 again to hit. That's Michael Hemmecker. I apologize, the senior. Hemmecker to serve. Dons to return. Eckel to Cummins. Chris makes a diving effort, but it's not going to be enough for the Dons to return the ball. Gilman again with the consecutive serve. Let's see if the Dons can rally here. It's 15-12 is the score, folks. Not a three-point advantage, something the Dons found themselves in earlier in the set. Eckel to serve to Cummins, to Cohen. We have not called his name a lot tonight, but folks, he is a difference maker on this Loyola squad. He is what we like to call a game wrecker. Great volley here by both teams. The ball is in the air. Chris Connor to clear. Eckel to set. Isabong to tap. Covered well by Hounds. The Hounds, nice little push there. Connor to set. Cummins to serve. Line drive will go to Gilman. Miscue on miscue on miscue on miscue. It's looking like one of my English term papers for the Dons. Hounds to serve. It's going to be a high set. Dons recovered well, though. Eckel does to push that forward. It's a possession shot like in other sports. Cohen to set. Cohen looks like he wants the ball, and he'll take it. Recovers. Little nifty play. Oh, wow. This is beautiful here, folks. This is a mosaic of volleyball. Hounds get the better of the Dons yet again. They came out. Dons were firing early. They will take a timeout. And boom goes the dynamite, folks. Loyola has elected to take their timeout of the set to regroup. They're only down about 5, 17-12 here at LBSN. Aiden, any insights in those last couple of plays? The Dons were coming in hot, but they seemed to slow down a little bit.
Well, the Greyhounds got 5 points straight in a row, and I think the Dons are going to need a big stop to take possession and try to win the game.
That's very, very astute analysis. The Dons are like the magma in Hawaii. They get hot, but it seems they're slowing down. Hopefully that trend won't continue heading into the later part of the 3rd set. Again, with you is Aiden Sachs and Thomas McNulty. About 13 seconds left on the timeout taken by the Dons. I'm sure there's a lot of resourceful talk going on amongst both groups. Again, we would like to thank our sponsors for today, Loyola University Jesuit Community, First MIAA volleyball continues to prosper and grow in the state of Maryland and beyond. Riley again with the powerful strike. Oh my, a little trickery there. Little nifty play if you might. But, number 19, Robbie returns to us an equally as nifty play. That looked like an inequality for all you math teachers out there. Ball has hang time. Number 15 is able to just gently guide it over the net. Number 9, Ty Hepting is there to return. Gilman to power. Oh my lord, it is given to Loyola. Not much to say about that, folks, other than a great call there by Frank and Carmen D. John Domenico. My producers are looking over me like I am crazy, but we love them. Big shout out to Mr. Nitty and Mr. J for supporting us through this broadcast. Moving back to the live actions we got here, folks. Riley DeCapity up to serve his 3rd serve in a row. It will be awarded to the Hounds. It's going to be a 20-18 point score. Oh, no, excuse me. It's going to be awarded to the Dons. It's going to be 19-19, and we have a tie game here, folks. DeCapity up to serve for the 4th time. The only other player to do that, I believe, was Mr. Cummins, or excuse me, Mr. Connor. But the Dons have struggled with serving in 4 times in a row here, Aiden. Okay, moving on. Robbie Kesselring with the little finger palm. Nice possession shots. It's going to be thrown up the Hounds' way, 21-20. Nothing more to say there, folks, than I love it when a good plan comes together. Gilman to serve. Gilman to serve. Dons to respond. Oh my, oh my. Valiant effort by Robbie diving around the, under the net, excuse me. But not going to be enough for the Dons to get the point. It is now a 21-19 game here for the Hounds. Hounds to serve, Dons to return. Eckel again to set Mr. Mr. Kesserling. Number 8, Alex Garrison, could have let that ball out, decides to play it. It will be back at the Loyola side. Hepting decides to play it. Hepting runs into a wall of Gilman defenders, but it really does not matter, folks, as he powers the ball right through that. It's like an O-line, a dominant O-line, letting their running back just dominate the front of the D-line. Moving on, Loyola serves. Number 15, making a cross-court effort. It's going to be returned to the Dons. Number 14, Nick Cummins with a powerful stroke and a powerful strike even more. The ball will be awarded back to the Dons. Robbie Kesselring up to serve, 2nd-year varsity player. Looking to be a leader in this Loyola program for a year and this year to come. Loyola finds himself in a powerful position. So much Gilman decides to take a timeout. Very interesting strategy here. You think you would want to let the boys play to get some positive momentum before you call a timeout if you're Gilman.
Yes, it's the Greyhounds' first timeout of the game.
Yes, it is. It's their first time out of the set. Excuse us for our bad volleyball terminology. And not much to see here, folks. Just a couple of JV players hitting the ball around. He almost hits it off the head. That would have been spectacular, folks. We're just looking forward to a good set of volleyball here. We're looking for an excellent couple of plays here. I believe, yes, we are tied at 21. Folks, he tries it, he buys it, and he disguises it because nothing much to see here other than greatness. Gilman drives it down the middle. It will be Gilman ball, 22-21, Hounds. Gilman elects to serve. It will be number 5. They're one of the most experienced players. Owen Holmgren, a volleyball player in itself, but an even better teammate. Number 14, Nick Cummins. Wow. Oh my Jesus. He had a baby tuxedo on. Hefting again with the repellent, but the Hounds very impressively are able to recover. Nick Cummins again tries it. The Hounds are there. Wow. That timeout might be the difference in this third set. Hounds up to serve again. After a very precarious call, may I add, by the officials. Hounds to serve. Dons to return. We get the gist. Nick Cummins, the man, the myth, the legend, the all-around greatness of Nick Cummins can be seen on clear display here, folks, in this third set. Number 9, Ty Hepting up to serve. Ty has a twin brother, Charlie. Charlie is a very good basketball player. Charlie is not in attendance, sadly, today, as Ty skies it out of bounds. It is going to be 24-22 Gilman ball. But the Hefting family, very nice people. We want to give a big, warm shout out to them. Number 4, libero up to serve, the senior captain. He just skies the ball there. Looks like my brother's jump shot. Nick Cummins is able to get it in. It tips it off the player as the refs call a little tip. That's the sign for it. You just rub your finger against the top of your fingertips, and that would be the game. Excuse me, the call. Echo up the serve. Rotating server. Very interesting. Palms it. Straight palm it. 15 to set. Number 7 dominates. That's going to be the third set here, folks. Gilman up 2-1. And we'll be right back with the action. Back with the action on LSN, not LBSN. I was corrected during the break. But anyhow, we are proud to have you here at LSN Sports Network. And we're here with the 4 set. Gilman up 2-1. The Dons here to rally. And it's been very exciting, wouldn't you say, Aiden?
Yes, it has. If the Dons hope to win the game, they need to get their communication better and just play overall better as a team. So let's hope they do that.
Team chemistry, something this team has, as multiple players played with each other on JV, and the 4 on varsity were very tight. Something that binds all Loyola teams together is tradition of winning and the tradition of family here at Loyola that cannot be understated. As for Gilman, they have been storming back. As I mentioned earlier, they passed the eye test. They're lengthy, but it turns out they have strategy as well, so it's a good matchup here for the average viewer. Now, it looks like Gilman, because they won the last set, they're here to serve first. That's something that's very critical because Gilman, as of late, have been able to control the serving game, serving multiple times in a row, something the Dons have been lacking. Wouldn't you agree, Aiden?
Yes.
Number 8, Alex Garrison, up to serve to start this fourth set. Folks, stay with us because much more volleyball ahead. Garrison to serve. Loyola to return. It looks like Mr. Ethan White checking into the game for the first time. Nick Cummins powers it out. I mean, there's been discrepancies before, but there's no mistaking that for out. Hits it right down the line. Mr. Ethan White, a true athlete in his form. The younger brother of Brendan White, senior here just a couple of years ago. Sadly, Mr. White does airball that out of bounds. But no worries. He is a capable and talented young man. I have no worries that will be a continuing trend. Moving on to number 2, that is Mr. Matt Liddell, senior captain. Mr. Matt Liddell has been a perfect... he did miss that one in the second set. I do apologize for the misinformation. Nick Cummins here to power the ball. It looks like we're playing bully ball here for the Dons, and that we're just going to power through the Gilman Hounds. And that's not a bad strategy put forth by Mr. Bear. But as we saw in the last set, the Dons do come out firing. Let's see if we can keep this momentum up for the whole set, not just the beginning. Cummins! Gilman returns well. Gilman's with a power strike of their own. We're going to be knotted here at deuces. You know what they say, Ed. Just like a day after a bad chili cookout, we're knotted here at deuces. Number 15 here to serve. Ethan, very athletically looking, sets the ball. Oh! Whoever wins this set, the Gilman Hounds need some credit for that. Gilman Hounds, they say carba is the best dish served cold, and that was cold by the Hounds. Truly cold by the Hounds. Up to serve again are the Gilman Hounds. Number 15 to serve, one of their most experienced players, Jake Tompkins. White to return. Down to Jack. Jack has served today, served a couple times. He had that one in the second and first set, both going 3 times. But we haven't seen him in the spiking capacity, which he did there. Was able to get it to the back left corner right there. And really a masterful placement on that shot. And he's back again to serve. I mean, he might be our good luck charm. Jack here to serve. Gilman here to counter. 15 to set. Out to their outside hitter. That's going to be out of bounds. The refs are motion. Carmen Dijon Domenico will have a couple discrepancies with the prior line judge. The serve will be awarded to Gilman. The JV coach throws it down to the number 5 on Gilman. We will be up to, the Hounds will be up to serve. Number 5 to strike. Number 11 to number 8. Chris Connor, I believe, is checking in again in his non-native position as outside hitter instead of libero. You can see number 17, Bex, has checked in at libero wearing the yellow jersey. That's how you can demarcate the difference between libero and just regular player who rotates. The difference here, folks, is that the libero is always going to be in the back row, and it's going to be your setter, your passer, and your all-around defensive specialist. So number 5 here to serve again. Number 5 to serve. Very powerful strike, may I add. Number 10, Ethan Cohen to hit it off the Gilman player. That's going to be Don's ball. Little discrepancy here by Carmen Dijon Domenico and Frank, of course. It's going to award that to Gilman. Mr. Bear not really getting in the refs' faces at all. Very, very interesting considering his past infractions handed down by the league. But maybe it'll heat up here as we go down the stretch. It is imperative that the Dons must win this game to force a 5th set. Right now, the Hounds are up 2-1. Oh, the refs are going to talk it over. And while they're talking it over, let's talk about one of our sponsors today, 1-800-GOT-JUNK. 1-800-GOT-JUNK, a proud sponsor of Loyola Volleyball. Moving back on, they're going to confirm the call. I guess they didn't need to send it to New York to take 15 minutes so I can listen to Tony Romo. And Gilman is back to serve. Chris Connor to push it along. Back to Gilman. Oh, my. That went so fast, folks. I thought I saw a vapor trail behind it. Gilman again to serve 7-3. If Dons have any chance of forcing a fifth set and winning this game, they're going to have to play their hardest in the next 22 or so points. Number 5 here to serve again. Ethan White to serve to Okawankwo. Runs into a gray wall. Something we play wall ball on in the back there on Sheridan Field. Number 5 again catching that ball in style. That's a SC top 10 play there. A serve again for the 4th or 5th time. Have lost count. Ethan White down to Cohen. Cohen tries a little finesse shot. Oko, overhand slammer. I don't know what that tasted like, but it probably tasted like chicken, folks. That was pretty good. Have you ever had salamander, Aiden?
No, I have not.
I hear if you season it right, it tastes like chicken. But speaking of, Beck's here to serve. Number 15 to set to the outside here. Chris Connor does a great job putting that ball back up in the air. Gilman to serve, hit again, rather. They capitalize it on their second time. They say, give everybody second chances, and they took their best chance on the second try. Number 4, the libero, the senior, the captain, up to serve. Just a little lollipop there of the serve. Oko again. Oko double touching it, triple touching it, quadruple touching it. Whatever's past that happened. The ball will be awarded back to Gilman. Number 4, Mr. Lucas Menegian. Again, we do apologize if we mispronounce any names. That is not our intention. Chris Connor again with a little finagle. Oko again with a little push. Gilman to return. Little back set there by the libero. Very, very fun to watch, the back sets. Takes 11-5 lead. Number 8, Alex Garrison here to serve. Gives it a line drive. Dare I say, en fuego. That means hot. I think it does. Need Google Translate on that. Number 8, Alex Garrison again to serve. Alex Garrison, jumping serve, leaps and bounds above his competition, at least so far. But would not matter for number 14, Nick Cummins, the senior. Definitely wants this game more than anybody right now. Number 3, the other Bex checks in as his brother, number 17, the libero, stays in. Ethan White here with the serve. Ethan had an earlier missed serve, but I feel like this is going to be his serve. It is. Gilman to return, fake setup. Buries the hatchet there. I read a book freshman year called Into the Wild as something they did a lot, and what Gilman has successfully been able to do better than Dons this game. But it could be a learning game here for the Dons again. Very young and inexperienced team. This means only growth. It's only up for here. If you've ever seen a linear graph or math folks up there, exponentially rising. Gilman here with the serve. Dons to return. Ethan White going off to the far right to Nick Cummins to set it up. Nick Cummins cannot get it over the net. The Gilman Greyhounds take a 16-8 lead, again doubling Loyola's points. LSM will be with you every step of the way this year. As no fans can be attendance per MIA rules, we plan to give more streams than we ever had before. Earlier, as we all saw, we did stream the JV volleyball game, which got beautiful remarks. But speaking of beautiful remarks, let's talk about Mr. Cummins' spike there, Aiden. That was masterful. Very well timed and putting it in a place called No Man's Land, also known as Montana. He's up to serve as well, the senior captain. Senior captain digging. Number 4, the libero, runs into a blue wall. It does a little toilet bowl drop for Gilman. Chris Connor's going to send it back over, right into the middle of the net. The ref hits the ball. Very interesting. It's going to be going to Loyola. The Dons on a little bit of a comeback here, Aiden.
Yes, they are.
Don't call it a comeback. Call it something else. There are a lot of words in the English language. Cummins up here to serve. Ooh! Just barely gets over the net, hits the net. In fact, Ethan White to play it. I think that was, but it runs into a gray wall. Again, they could at least build 2 stories by now with all the blocks they've thrown up. Number 4 showing off his basketball abilities. No doubt a baller. All right, number 15 to serve. Dons to return. Chris. Now back to the Dons. Nick Cummins with an overhand slam. It will go all the way, folks. That was a thing of beauty. Nick Cummins, if you turn into LSN, more than likely his highlights will be playing because he is an animal. Jack Wendorf up to serve. Number 7, their outside hitter to serve. Number 14, Nick Cummins makes a try at it. Sadly, will go awry for the Dons. Going up to serve, it's going to be a 17-11 deficit. 7-Eleven is not one of our sponsors, but I hope everybody cashed in on free slushy day back then in August. Okay. Gilman up to serve. Aiden, take it easy. Okay. So we got the Dons just tapping it in. Folks, I said it again, the tap counts, and you can put it on the board because it's turning into a massive comeback for the Dons. It's going to be 12-17, later part of the 4th set. Just a reminder, if the Dons do not win the set, they do not win the game. It would be awarded to the Gilman Greyhounds. But no need to worry because Bex is in tow with the serve. Gilman punching it right down. Muhammad Ali said he floats like a bee, but for the Gilman player, that was a straight up cold punch. The libero here to serve. Beck's here with a jumping grab. Back to Gilman. Gilman is looking to set up their outside hitter, Alex Garrison. Garrison not able to get it over the net. Gilman in no rush here as they are up a set and with a sizable amount of lead. Loyola with a little more sense of urgency here. Chris Connor to serve of the great Connor family. Gilman to return. Number 15 making a cross dive, setting up Alex Garrison. Alex Garrison pummeling the ball. It seems like Alex Garrison's been watching a lot of WWE because I'm sure he says he's ready to rumble. The Gilman Greyhounds take a 19-13 lead over your Loyola Dons. The senior taking the serve. The senior missing the serve. Excuse me, the senior getting the serve. That's going to be number 7 for Gilman, a very talented player, Michael Hemmicker. I've called his name a lot. He seems to be a truly impactful player for the Hounds. But Michael, on that play, just put a little too much mustard on it. You don't want to put too much mustard on the sandwich. It ruins a good pastrami. Beck's number 17 recently checked in as libero rather than Chris Connor up to serve. Beck serves. Gilman to recover. Oh my. Gilman has broken to the 20s. They're at 21. Almost doubling, or it's a sizable amount. The Dons, they're very youth and inexperienced. A lot of the Dons are not club volleyball players opposed to Gilman. But this is going to be a good learning curve. And I know, folks, that in the calendar year it's November, but this is early in the season. But even though it's early in the season, major playoff implications. Your Gilman Greyhounds, for the looks of it, look to be pretty good. But your Loyola Dons look pretty stoutful and ready to fight. It looks like we have an all-junior squad out there except Nick Cummins. It looks like the Dons will be trying to get their younger players a little bit more game time as the restricted schedule COVID allows us. So it's going to be 22-15 here on LSN. Ethan White up to serve. Ethan White outserves the ball. It's going to be 23 points for the Hounds. The Hounds up here to serve. Number 2, their rock, their mountain, the man, the myth, the legend, Matt Liddell. The Dons here to return. Jack Wendorf gets it over the net in a very acrobatic way. Ethan White here. 14, Nick Cummins. Nick Cummins with the power stroke. The Dons take the lead. The Dons get the point. But some may ask, is it too much, too late? We have yet to see. But I have all faith in this captainship and the stewards of the ship. He sends that one into the stratosphere behind the lines. It's 24-16. Gilman Greyhounds in the rematch of last year's championship game. The Dons in a little bit of a rebuilding year. Very youthful and inexperienced team. Nothing these Dons can't overcome, though. Looking to bounce back next week in a very decisive league game as well. The Dons here are scrambling to get the ball. Chris Connor here to set. Runs into a gray mound. Ethan Cohen to shuffle the ball over. Gilman to return. Sets up their outside hitter, number 7. The ball is still in the air, folks. It's going to still be playable. Oh, my, oh, my, oh, my. Gilman to return. Gilman to win the point. The final score here for this set is going to be 25-16. Gilman wins 3-1. Folks, if you've enjoyed being here, we've enjoyed having you. The Dons of Loyola fall to the Hounds of Gilman for 3-1. Very close games, though, wouldn't you say, Aiden?
Yes, it has, and the Loyola Dons can try to capitalize on their mistakes and learn from their mistakes from this loss. So hopefully they'll improve. Yes,
this is what we like to call a teaching moment here for the young Dons. I'm sure this is nothing that will be a roadblock. But, yellow speed bumps are pretty prevalent around Towson nowadays, so we shall see. But signing off is Aiden Sachs and Thomas McNulty.